Today's video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the online marketplace where you can buy and sell Magic the Gathering singles, sealed products, and more. Check it out today at MagicJank.com. The quest for the perfect standard Reanimator deck continues. So this particular build actually is taking advantage of some new stuff from Foundations, specifically Zombify and Llanowar Elves. Okay, it's new old stuff, but they're back in standard, so let's take advantage, right? Being able to ramp into a 4-mana reanimation spell is kind of insane, and I wanted to take advantage. So here we go. Perfect situation. We have Llanowar Elves on turn 1. Turn 2, we somehow get a reanimation threat into our graveyard. We can do this with Bitter Triumph or even Liliana of the Veil if we used a dual land to get the Llanowar Elves in play on turn 1. So that's pretty awesome. Or we also have Overlord of the Balemurk as a way to just fill our graveyard with some mills. The stars have to align. We got to get lucky with the spin. But if we get one of our reanimation threats into our graveyard, turn 3 rolls around and Zombify is online, baby. We also have Valgavoth's Faithful as redundancy for Zombify because we can activate it on turn 4 potentially, or get around some interesting synergies. For example, counterspells with Valgavoth's Faithful are really interesting. Like the disruption, the 2-mana soft counter. If we play Valgavoth's Faithful for 1 and they try to hit that, we can simply pay the extra cost. We don't get the activation that turn, but Valgavoth's Faithful is now online and it's available for next turn. Pretty fantastic. So unless they're running stifle effects like Tishana's Tidebinder, Faithful just does really good work here. And actually, you'll notice it's a 4 of in this list, whereas Zombify itself, our primary build around, is only a 3. I actually stand by that because the value generation of Valgavoth's Faithful is actually shockingly high. And Llanowar Elves creates a scenario where the 5 mana to activate, to play and activate the Faithful is actually not that hard to get to here. So that's pretty dope, actually. I really like it. In a quest to generate a turn 3 reanimation strategy, I actually ended up putting together and creating a very consistent turn 4 reanimation strategy, which is already good enough. Like if you go back to the Mardu reanimation deck that I was playing not too long ago, which was one of the last deck techs on this channel, that one was built around getting a turn 4 reanimation, and that was good enough. Like that is already standard viable. This can do it on turn 3, and because it can do it on turn 3 if the stars align, even if they don't, we're hitting it on turn 4 a lot, so that's fine. You'll also notice we're running 4 Atraxas and 4 Valgavoth. That's a really bold strategy, but a main reason we're doing that is because we're milling so much. We have Seed of Hope as well as the Overlord of the Balemurk. I want a ton of material hitting our graveyard, and I don't want to be stuck without one of them. We need them there in order to do the right, in order for our deck to work, and so I want to make sure we see them. And if they go into our hand, oh no, we have to discard them to a Bitter Triumph. Whatever will we do? Oh yeah, murder the thing that was gonna kill us. Yeah, let's do that. So Bitter Triumph also was a 4 of. There was some testing that really indicated that card overperforms and it's kind of a shell. It's very important, so we definitely rock it out. And Liliana of the Veil she's beautiful. She's fantastic. She's perfect. I have no other words. That card is absolutely insane. And I highly recommend running it for all reanimation strategies until she rotates. It's really just that good. So she's great. We also have Cruelty of Gix, underrated card. And again, because we're ramping a little bit and we're kind of creating this grind fest, being able to, being able to hit that and just get all the extra value is fantastic. It creates a new threat that the opponent has to deal with. The other key element to this deck that is going to make grinding into the late game possible is Overlord of the Balemurk. One of the great things about Overlord of the Balemurk is it can actually bring back Planeswalkers. And so if you drop a Liliana, down tick, kill one of your opponent's things, they attack into her, and then you throw an Overlord the next turn, you just get her back. And so like the turn 5 can be an impending Overlord recasting your Liliana that your opponent just removed. It's kind of disgusting. The power level of those two cards together cannot be overstated. So just do it. It's great. And you're going to see this. So I actually played this on my stream, and the gameplay that you're about to watch is actually live footage that was recorded on my stream, twitch.tv/hamhawks42. Feel free to come on out there. I stream Monday through Friday, starting around 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we do all kinds of weird, janky brews. And from time to time, they find their way here to YouTube, and I think we've got something special. So I know my upload cadence is a little all over the place, but my Twitch cadence is very consistent. You can see me all the time over there. And if you have special cards you want to mention, like for example, one thing that a lot of folks asked about with this list was a Collector's Vault. They asked if Collector's Vault would be a worthy and a worthy include in this deck. In general, I really like Collector's Vault. I think it's a very strong card in reanimation strategies, especially one where the timing of your discard is relevant. If you're using like Reenact the Crime or cards like that, it is amazing. So I like Collector's Vault very, very much. But in this specific deck, it requires us to take off, it's our turn 2 play, and in order for that turn 2 play to have been meaningful, we then need to activate it on turn 3. And so we end up in a scenario where we're ramping to a 5-drop reanimation ability, but we're doing it on turns 2 and 3 in kind of an awkward way that doesn't play to the board the way that I want it to. And so in this particular list, given how fast we're trying to be, I think it's just a little slow. But there are plenty of other decks where it's phenomenal and exactly what we need. If you have more controlling elements, I think it's great. For this one, I don't think it's a great fit. And instead, we're using cards like Seed of Hope, in that slot. That's basically the card I would consider trading out. And in this case, I think Seed is better. If you disagree and you want to play it differently, yourself, by all means, and let me know how it goes for you. I'm definitely curious. And I fully accept, like any deck, as metas shift, as things change, a couple of tweaks here and there, and subs make sense. So definitely don't hesitate to do it. You also notice our sideboard is basically all interaction. That's not an accident. We have cards like Anoint with Affliction to deal with Heartfire Hero. We also have Cut Down in there to deal with that as well. Pick Your Poison is fantastic against all the graveyard hate that you see running around right now. Your Ghost Vacuums, your Rest in Pieces, your Leyline of the Void. Pick Your Poison just picks those off often, and it also works great against Caretaker's Talent or Urbresk's Forge. So in those matchups, that card is just 10 out of 10. Fantastic. Terra Sunder, similar situation, as is Tranquil Frillback. We have the cheeky one of Fate from History, which is in there because of the kind of Aura Gremlin Tamer Boggles deck, because being able to blow up all enchantments for 4 mana can really set that deck back. Something fierce. Unfortunately, it's probably more cute than good, and adding a third Tranquil Frillback would probably be the right move for the sideboard, but it is what it is. The idea behind all of that interaction is once we know what we're up against and we know what interaction is going to be good in a given match, we can slot it in. If we're going up against like a go wide situation, like a Boros, Convoke kind of situation, then those cut downs can come in. The Anoint with Affliction can come in, and Liliana might actually come out. We also have don't hesitate to remove Cruelty of Gix as well if your opponent is going very, very quick. If they're very fast, a 5-drop spell like that is just not great. In general, do not cut the reanimation threats. We need those to be firing, and we need a lot of them, especially if we don't see very many cards in order to survive deep into the game. But if you're going up against, if you're going up against a deck that's giving you plenty of time, maybe you take Seed of Hope out and instead bring in Terra Sunders or something like that, so you can provide more consistent disruption for the opponent, even if it takes you a little bit longer to set up, if the opponent's going to give you that. So anyway, those are some considerations as far as the sideboard, and that was my thought. We bring in the meaningful interaction for games 2 and 3. Is the way that we're doing it. Meanwhile, we're all in on just firing off the big dumb thing in game 1 before they bring in the graveyard hate, which is coming in games 2 and 3 every time. It always is. So yeah, be ready for that. But yeah. So thank you for checking out this deck tech. I know this was pretty long-winded, but we got some gameplay for you, and this list is available in the description down below. There are also a whole bunch of links down there for other places you can find me. I look forward to seeing you in all the places. And yeah, let's get some gameplay, everybody. So, extra armor, why do so many people play discard? It's good against just a few decks. Honestly, so that's a fair question. And as a Reanimator player, I'm taking advantage of the fact that they're doing that. I love that people are doing that. I think that rules. The main reason that I think people, the main reason that I think people lean on that is because in mono black right now, like if you're doing like, not that it's very popular, but something like Simulacrum Synthesizer is a powerful card that, Blooming Marsh. Okay. Simulacrum Synthesizer is a powerful card, but it's an artifact. Mono black cannot deal with it. Like they just can't. And so Duress is one of the only ways that you can get rid of it. Urbresk's Forge is probably more relevant in many cases. Deep Cavern Bat, this is the third game. This is literally the third game that we've played in Standard, and that is the third time a Deep Cavern Bat has come down on turn 2. This is easily my most hated card in the entire format right now, and it's not close. Y'all knew that, but still, here we are. Well, yeah. So, but anyway, so it's one of those where in general, yeah, various discard effects aren't quite as good as some people seem to think. And that said, I'm also going to draw, into a Liliana, which is also kind of insane at this point. So I should stop bitching is really my point here.
Off you go.
I don't have any big time monsters in there yet. Just kidding. There we go. All right. Hey, Deep Cavern Bat. Dude, Ramasham, I'm with you, man. Man, screw that bat. Yeah. Yeah, is it worse than turn 3 green Overlord with Beanstalk? Oh, no, not necessarily. I think it's more annoying, but not necessarily stronger. And that's the thing. You can make an argument that Deep Cavern Bat's not even that good in Standard right now. Like, it's fine, but it's, it's not going to set the world on fire. It's just not. Yeah. It's just, but people keep playing it because it's mildly disruptive, and the rest of the black package is so good that being able to strip your opponent of just a single resource, even on a temporary basis, is just really strong. That's just what it comes down to. It is strong. All right. I'm going to play that out because I know about it. I'm also going to go ahead and drop this knowing full well it's going to be cut down or they're going to go for its throat. Yep. We had a pause, but they didn't take advantage of it. Interesting. Interesting. Because I have the Cruelty of Gix in hand, I'm not as worried about it. Terra Sunder on the Overlord? That's not correct, but that's fine. Although it's also the cleanest target that they have for it, so... okay. Should not be a poopy pants about it. Virtual Persistence? Yeah. Get it. You do you, dog. Being beat by one card at 5 mana where a game isn't over 4 turns later, else? Which one are you talking about? What deck are you, or what card are you having issues with? Alright. So, I could grab Valgavoth here, but they might have a way to deal with it. Instead, I'm actually going to grab Atraxa, knowing full well that she's probably going to die. But I need my hand reloaded. And this deck has a lot of various card types. And, I think 3 separate card types could actually be the reanimation spell I need to get Val out. So, yeah. So, the throat's gone for. Sure, whatever. I'm still at 20 life. We're not in a hurry. Bitter Triumph is our instant. Llanowar Elves is our creature. Wow. This was actually the single worst. This couldn't have been worse. No reanimation spell. No Valgavoth's Faithful. No, yeah, no Valgavoth's Faithful. Well, another Lily. I mean, sure. No Val's Faithful, no Cruelty of Gix, no Zombify. Fucking woof. That's absolutely brutal. Alright. Gonna go ahead and drop that. Drop her. Drop this in a manner that would imply hotness.
Something suspicious.
Let's get that Dread Knight out of here. Yep. So it's gonna start generating value for them, which is massively unfortunate. All right. Now, at this point, the chances of us drawing into some kind of reanimation spell is very, very high. Chances of us missing a reanimation spell are actually just super low at this point. But there's Skitter. Skitter main deck is perfect here. I cannot believe they're running that main deck. Actually, I can, and it makes me sad. Okay, well, they got rid of Atraxa, but they didn't get rid of Val. So that's neat. They have 0 cards in hand. That uptick is useless.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, top of the deck. ATR Explosion. Honestly, you're not wrong. Like, we dug 10 cards deeper to find what we needed, and we ultimately did. So, even though we whiffed on that hit, we were going to whiff on the rest of the game had that trigger not happened. So, yep. All good. Yeah, World we live in. Either you kill them or you try to play around it. Yeah, you don't have it, they die. Sours. Yeah, and honestly, this deck is all about just making them have it. Like, bottom line, just, we got to get to a point where we make them have it. I'm bringing Terra Sunder in and Pick Your Poison, because they deal with Deep Cavern Bats. Well, Pick Your Poison deals with the bat, and and the Innkeeper's talent. Tear Sunder also deals with the Innkeeper's talent and can exile the Dread Knight, which is that's handy. You know what? I'm actually just gonna pull the Llanowar Elves. We're gonna slow down a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. And one Seed of Hope can come out too. All right. Yeah, Cruising that land pocket. It was pretty gnarly. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so Elves playing Elves, you can't beat card on 5 with the tokens leaving behind. Sunfall. Yeah. Sunfall gets you there. And nowhere to run, destroy Valgavoth cleanly. Yeah. Yeah, nowhere on the radar. That's true. You're absolutely right. That is a great example of a card that yeah, it's actually a really clean answer to Val. They're on the play. They're gonna hit the Deep Cavern Bat into Liliana, and I'm just gonna have a whole bunch of dead cards. I can't do that. This one I can work with. That's fine. All right. Gonna lead off with a Mortuary. Oh. Well, having the Bitter Triumph. Okay, that Liliana can hang out. Having the Pick Your Poison and Bitter Triumph is great because when they inevitably turn to Deep Cavern Bats, like every opponent that we've gone up against for every single game so far has done, they're going to look at either Bitter Triumph or Pick Your Poison and decide which one they want me to use. But I'm going to use whichever one they don't select to kill the bat. So, ooh, Innkeeper's Talent. Oh, snap, never mind. Look at me over here just eating a little bit of crow. Oh, no, delicious. Yeah, opponent, if you could just not have that anymore, that'd be great. Thank you. All right. So, all right, any card that surprised me in Foundations? There were a couple. Establishing Lily here is pretty rad. Honestly, if they kill Liliana, I'm going to be disappointed. Because the uptick is going to be pretty important here. Free Shredder Lookout, sure. Turn 4. We discard Atraxa. Zombify Atraxa. Zombtraxas. Let's go. That's our enchantment. Yeah, I'll grab Val. Yeah, they're both going to come in tapped anyway. Draw 6 cards. And then discard a Valgavoth to hand size. That seems pretty good. That, with the chilling with the Zombify. So, like, even if they answer Atraxa, which here they go. Yeah, they got it.
I'll have this fight finished before.
But I have the Zombify and a Cruelty of Gix up. Like, yeah.
Off you go.
For some reason, I'm not that concerned.
It's no fun when they hit back.
Funnily enough, do we do it? Yeah. Well, because Liliana's on 1. She can't downtick here. Yeah. Hey, as Basil, hello. Yeah, Segraph on the heart of the cards this morning. A little bit. Yeah. Things have been coming together for me nicely here, and I'll take it. Yeah, new Liliana would answer the Moth. True. Deadly Cover Up, also pretty good here, and they do get to cover up. So who did they take? Did they take Atraxa, or they took Val? Okay. Interesting.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
I'm gonna put the Terrace under and not feel too bad about it, if I'm honest. Alright. I'm gonna pay 3 life, just Triumph Liliana. Drop this Liliana.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate you won't be outsmarting.
Uptick, drop the Overlord, and we just ate the Innkeeper's talent, so they do have the Restless Cottage available to them, so they can start doing stuff. Hey, Foozy, what up? Yeah. What I was planning makes you wonder. Kind of makes a fellow wonder, doesn't it? Yeah. So there goes Atraxa. All right.
It's no fun when they hit
Fair play,
back.
opponent. Fair play. I'm gonna start from the top. Show me what you're working with. Whoop. Strip that. Excellent. And Bio, cheers. How we doing? Thank you, thank you. So I got 6 monies. 6 monies, if you will, and even if you won't. So I think this is going to go grab... Actually, drawing that land is pretty great. I'm going to get Murky. And just play full price Overlord real quick. We're going to mill a little bit. Put another Atraxa in the graveyard, which... Okay, sell me this cad. Seems decent. Exactly. Sell me this cad. And I've got the Bit of Triumph back that way. When they animate the Restless Cottage to swing, I just kill it before it attacks. Yep. Yeah. Okay, sell me this cad. I gotta say, against these black-based mid-range decks, this dedicated Reanimator strategy is lining up pretty well.
Lady, and you fucking did it.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this. You know, right now, Mono Green has some tools, or, you know, Green got some tools and foundations that might open some things up. This is a slow, not very interactive start. But we have 2 Zombifies, so the bat hitting the first one isn't going to be an issue. So that's nice. I could be wrong. Maybe we won't see Deep Cavern Bat this game, but smart money's on Deep Cavern Bat. Or actually, you know what? This hand had no removal in it. This might be the Heartfairy Hero game. Yeah! All right. Good. All right. Yeah, Zombify's pretty cool. Agreed. And yeah, you saw it in the Dimir deck as well. I believe it. I've heard about Dimir leveraging the new Kiora. Apparently, is actually pretty solid. So that's an exciting idea. Yeah, I'm definitely on board with that. Turn for Valgavoth, a new yeah. Exact opposite of Bueno Frost Grande. I mean, so your opponent did the exact same thing I'm trying to do here. Yeah. Yeah, I dig it. Zombify? Zombify is a classic. Yeah, it's from Odyssey, and it was reprinted in 8th edition back in the day, and I played a ton of 8th edition, so I will always have a soft spot for this card. Always. All my spots are very soft when it comes to this card. What? All right.
Those who get in my way.
Gonna remove one of these, and the other one's just gonna murder me next turn, because that's just what the red deck does. Hold on for our fair here to the end of the night. Yeah. Oh, no, that's a better song cue. I like that. For me, it's always man, what's... It's Jukebox Hero. That's the one that I always hear. Well, yeah. But holding out for a Heartfire Hero, I'm here for it. Till the end of the night. Because you got to be strong, and you got to be cool. And you got to be fresh from the fight.
Fine. I'll take my zombies.
Because we all need a Heartfire Hero. That mill sucked. Pretty significantly. So I'm gonna take the 3 here, but I want to guarantee the Heartfire Hero dies before it gets any bigger. I mean, the Emberheart Challenger might be able to clear the way anyway, but if they hit, you know, another point of power or 2 onto that Heartfire Hero, I'm just done. So yeah. Yeah, solid reference. Agreed. And Gaz, bonjour, my friend. How are we doing? Welcome. Hope the day is treating you very, very well. I'm merely hanging on and trying to survive.
This is my
just
home,
chilling it
and I
too.
don't appreciate
They're gonna draw a Bolt Wave though, so
Your
it's not gonna matter.
has to leave.
I'm trying to name Praetor on Blue Land on Realmbreaker. We're gonna Enduring Courage, Terror of the Peaks. Dude, Fuzzy, that is... I kind of love how many hoops you're jumping through there. That sounds very silly, and I'm here for it. Let's go. All right. So this is the matchup where we bring it in Noite with Affliction. I'm gonna lose Cruelty. Gonna go down by 1 Atraxa and 1 Overlord. Let's try this. All right. Yeah, Fuzi, that sounds absolutely absurd, and I love it. Because, yeah, the Realmbreaker by itself, like trying to trigger Realmbreaker is already a tricky prospect. Like you got to put in a lot of work just to make sure that that goes off, and then having, you know, enough material in your deck to make that worthwhile is challenging. But that's a good way to do it, is make sure everything's a Praetor. Let's go nuts. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, Photos, we need a third meat hook. Agreed. Yeah, because the first one was definitely the good one. Second one is pretty bad by comparison. Although, we were talking about it earlier, and as a way to grind out some value in mid-range, I think you can do worse. But yeah. Then we need an ugly one. Although, to quote, what was it Raphael from the 90s Ninja Turtle movies? Which one's the ugly one? Yeah, makes you wonder. They're all pretty ugly. Yeah, probably a ridiculous combo piece. Oh, sure. Yeah, more than likely. One of those cards you can't play in polite company. Time to get swifty. Gotta get swifty in here. About pizza by chance? No, he was referring to, to one of the villains. I think it was either Bebop or, I think Bebop and Rocksteady popped out, and one of the other ones like, you know, you go out, you get the ugly one. Which one's the ugly one? All right. All right, so Valgavoth's Faithful is gonna be a speed bump alongside the Llanowar Elves. Not what they're here for primarily, but well, we'll do what we gotta do. It's all four of them, right? Oh, okay. Revelio, you take the ugly one. Donnie, I'll take the ugly one. Which one's the ugly one? Nice. Okay. Thank you, Gaz. Thank you for keeping me honest. That's one of those moments I haven't thought of in a long time, but it was a classic, and I've thought the reference was worthwhile. Oh. All right. They did not have a trample trick. Otherwise, they would have done it. Hot fire hero. With stuff and then things. I'm getting Underground Mortuary flooded. Always awkward. Always freaking awkward. Nope. You're gonna stay right there, homie. Excellent. Yeah, the Temple of Tilt. Exactly. That's exactly what we have going on here. Yeah, TMNT 2 is your favorite movie. Yeah, I got older one became your favorite. They're classics, man. Those movies are just 10 out of 10, man. Val's Faithful needs to live. If Val's Faithful lives, I probably win here. Because I know we have an untapped land coming in. Yep, okay, so I'm going to get busted in the mouth for a whole lot, naturally. But I'm at 10 still. That ain't bad. Suppose I could have got him for 1 damage on the attack, but he's fine. There. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Faithful. Bitter Triumph and a Forest, I guess. All right. Groovy. So now, even if Atraxa dies in combat, and would presumably gain us some life in the process, because we have the Val's Faithful, we can just pull her back and reload again. So, I'm liking our chances here. I think we've stolen game 2. Like you've stolen my heart, Atraxa Grand Unifier. Unless they just have 2 frenzies, in which case I'm just boned here because they hit the nut draw. Why does red get to have destroy target creature for 1 mana? Why is that a thing? Sure. Yep, opponent, you got it. Oi. A lot of damage with only 3 mana down. It's true. Yep. No, the red damage output nowadays, it's better than it. I believe red damage output right now is better than it has ever been in the entire history of the game, bar none, period. And I would be shocked if there's any evidence to the contrary. That's including when Lightning Bolt was a thing that people could just run freely. Yeah. Yeah, making it past turn 3 is hard out here. It really is. Yeah, against aggro decks? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Rip looking in, get after it. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. All right, I want to keep the Bitter Triumph up. Yeah, I'm just going to keep the Bitter Triumph up. As tempting as that Overlord is. I mean, we have Val in hand and we have a Zombify right there. Damn it. All right. Just going to keep this Bitter Triumph up. It didn't do me any favors last turn, and that's not a particularly good target. Our opponent's on a full-on sack deck? Interesting. I am going to do this. Simply because I need to discard Val in order to do the turn 4 Zombify. So they're going to get a Scry and a Treasure. And some food, actually. So, yes, opponent, you're welcome. Yeah. You think they run Forge? Hummer, you're probably right. It's probably some kind of a sack deck running Robust Forge. Yeah. That makes sense. Turn 4 Val. What's next, opponent? You decide. Hopeless Nightmare? Oh no. Whatever will I do? Oh no. I mean, clearly Bitter Triumph is not doing me any favors here. This is not the matchup for that. Yeah, it's definitely a sack deck of some kind. Some flavor. I might be doing Rotten Mouth Viper action? Braids? Okay. Cruelty of Gix, starting from the top. I'm gonna have them discard the Roundmouth Viper, so I get it. Hopeless Nightmare's coming down, gonna make them discard another card, so I get it. They even have the Nowhere to Run. Which admittedly is pretty scary. This is grotesque. Yeah, milling a Reanimator deck. It's a bold choice. You know, they are allowed to do that. If they mill themselves, they're giving me cards through Valgavoth, though, so I can see why they don't do that. I will sacrifice a land. Let's see if they do it. Yeah. Yeah, so Hummer, they kind of have to. Yeah, LCC it. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and sack this land. Let's see what happens. Whew. All right. Spy Flex Mage. I stole your Viper, dog. Like, oh. Yep. Presumably they weren't going to attack anyway, so you can see why they did what they did. Cool. How much life is lost is this? 2 life and draw a card? You can take... Yeah, I'll lose 2. That's fine. I'm going to lose another 3 off Cruelty here. Hey, Astros, what up, dude? How we doing? Good to see you. Oh my goodness. Hope you're having an amazing Monday. Hope life is kicking every last butt. Let's see. I mean, it's gotta be Lily, right? Like, gotta be.
Something suspicious is going on. Drop it.
Drop that in a manner that would be... it would imply hotness. Send it. And yeah, Val ends it in the air. Okay, sick. Oh, finally back from Mexico. Was stuck in the meeting today. Oh, rock on, man. Well, how was the trip to Mexico? How'd that go? All right, so they're rocking... Well, stuck in a meeting. So, I mean, hey, if you can't chat, I get it. It's all good. Hope all is well, man. I hope the travels were uneventful but delightful. All right, so... They've got the Viper. They got Braids. I definitely... Pick Your Poison could actually be doing them a favor, oddly enough. Fate from History could be decent. Not really. Let me talk myself out of that real quick. Do we just bring in a couple of Terror Sunders, call it a day? I mean, man, Cruelty just did the work, man. Cruelty did the work. Let's bring in a couple of Terror Sunders and let's just keep on moving, baby. All right. Because they have a lot of enchantments, you know, being able to bust up the Scavenger's talents and whatnot. Certainly couldn't hurt. But yeah, no, that was... That game dough. So we've got the Zombify. We also have the Seed of Hope and Overlord. So we're going to be able to mill like crazy. I just hope we find, you know, I hope we find our threats. I hope we mill our material. Lily. Anytime Seed of Hope or Overlord of the Balemurk pulls up Liliana the Veil, I'm having a good day. Well, grab up the elves, I guess. Might as well. Llanowar Elves. And yes, I'm going to continue calling them that because I think it's funny. I've also heard them referred to as the, you know, the Llanwaifu Elves, also acceptable. All right. So they got that going. I think I'm going to Blooming Marsh. I'm going to go ahead and just exile the Forge while I can. Hit this and just hope that our next draw finds us, you know, one of our reanimation threats. Llanowar Elves, also acceptable. Yeah. Don't look like they know why they're here. Yeah, they are definitely... They're very confused by the orb, which I get it, you know? Sometimes orbs are confusing. Braids, hello. No sacks? No sacks. We're sackless? Okay. It sounded more vulgar than I'd intended, but, well, it has been said. So here comes Liliana. If you could go ahead and sack that real quick. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to make sure there's a sack represented in this game, okay? And Valgavoth's Faithful is live. All right. Yeah, bird has been bolted, Sours. Indeed. They did, yeah, Towards the Tower was still here. The bird did, in fact, get bolted. Disturbing Mirth. You may sacrifice the... Oof, that's awkward. Well, the one Disturbing Mirth sacrificing the other one, that's not bad. So they're going to get to draw 2 and then Manifest Dread. Okay. That's a thing. Now, if I could top deck a Valgavoth here, I would just be over that moon, baby. Over the damn moon. Vengeance! Final Vengeance with Disturbing Mirth is actually pretty sick. All right, cool.
We all have things we'd rather.
Gonna drop the Llanowar Wastes. Let's go ahead and hit our Scryon. Yeah. So far, not amazing. Not amazing. We do have the Terror Sunder back, which is pretty handy. It can't touch the Restless Fence, but it can exile one of the other 2 manifests. So let's see who goes where. Is nobody going at Liliana? Because I was going to go out of my way to protect Liliana. Yeah, I'll take some damage to the face. That's whatever. I won't have enough points. Sorry. Oh, no. Yeah, the brew queue, I need to start going quicker through the brew queue because the stuff that y'all have been posting has been fantastic. I just, you know, can only get to so many in a day. Yeah. Torch, very nice, very nice. Okie dokes. This is not what I wanted. And I'm not about to zombify a Llanowar Elves. But Overlord of the Balemurk now being in the mix, hopefully can mill us something decent. Leyland of the Void, it's a little late for that. And that does impact my ability to... Oh, no! Well, all right. So, no, never mind. I guess it's not a little late for that. Well, this is still a 4-turn clock. I guess we just got to send it. Oof. This hurts. Yeah, you've been cooking some Jags submit soon enough. Excellent. Looking forward to it. So you're planning on submitting Mono Green Stompy in the brew queues hours? Hell yeah. Looking forward to it. Okie dokes. Oh, Chris, you did? Hell yeah. Haha! Okay. Ooh, hello, Braids. How do you do? All right.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it. Sacrifices must be made.
All right, we got him on a 2-turn clock here. I mean, I'm gonna keep eating my library, which is not ideal, but here we go. They got to find some blockers. Yep, that'll probably get them there. Yep, so that's sacks. They get to draw 2, scry 2. All right, all right. Excellent. So do you go face with that or do you go Lils? You go Lils, okay.
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
Oh, the shipwreck house idea? Nice. Eating a library can't be healthy. You know, it's a good source of fiber. So that's worth something, right? 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can't even hardcast Val yet, which don't love that fact. And my whole graveyard is, or my whole exile zone is absolutely stacked right now. Yeah, Final Fantasy. I think they got there. They stabilized very nicely here, and that Liliana of the Void, even later in the game, ended up being pretty fantastic because it just shut down my my Overlord, which, you know, that sucked. And right now that card's useless, so shiv it. Right now, if Llanowar survives, I have 9. I have 9 mana. So if I top deck Valgavoth, which there's a pretty decent chance. I mean, there are 28 cards left in the deck. 4 of them are still there. 6, 7, 8, 9. But I can't. I have to block here. Damn. There's actually a high likelihood I'm still dead. Had they animated the land, that would have been curtains. Yep. But yeah, cruising that shipwreck does, right? Idea? Delightful. I'm very eager to see what happens with it. Viper, that'll do me in. You got it, Doug. All right. Lame. Leyline of the Void. Very strong. So, Terra Sunders and Frillbacks. And I'm bringing that one Fate for Mystery. I'm going to do it. Elves, I appreciate you. We're going to slow down just a hair. All right. If we had Karn, dude, that'd be a very different kind of setup, but I'm here for it. Oh, that's not what I need. This is what I need. Yay, kitty. Yes, Peas Blossom is here. 4 Snuggles and whatnots. No pregame actions. No pregame actions. I just need to tear more ass. Don't we all? Don't we all just need to tear more ass? There's a pause here. This tells me they do have the ley line in their opener. Which, I don't love that idea. I really don't. Sours, what, huh? What's the question? Yep, there it is. Gonna play out the Faithful. Yeah, if I get a Pick Your Poison or a Terras off the top, that'd be fantastic. Go ahead and Seed Hope here. Oh, brutal. Well. Also Terras and Flesh and Blood. It's like a common theme these days. Nice. I mean, the Flesh and Blood even has a... I mean, Terra Sunder is just it's a classic kind of phrase. Flesh and Blood also has Lightning Greaves. So, yeah. There's some choices in that game that make you kind of makes a fellow wonder. You know, what the hell's that all about?
Something suspicious is going on.
You know what?
And for what? Don't.
I'm gonna drop Atraxa, because until that Ley Line of the Void's gone, it's useless. Sure. Oh, they have mismatched ley lines. Hella obnoxious. And they have multiple enchantments now, so even a pick your poison off the top doesn't do me any good. Like, it is straight up nothing. Everyone agrees? Yeah, that's what's happening. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Ley Line of the Void here, actually, kind of perfect. If we don't find a Terra Sunder,
You've got my attention.
like, if we don't draw Terra Sunder right here, we're probably done. Like, it has shut down what we're trying to do. The fact that they have other enchantments lying around, too, is also a bummer. Because, you know, pick your poison is just shut off. In fact, I'd be doing them a favor if I cast it. Yep. Yeah, Valgavoth's Faithful here is just genuinely useless. Alright. Yep.
One of your friends has to leave.
Yup. Their top deck over there is like, yo,
This is my home, and I
this
don't
graveyard
appreciate
douche that you're going up against, man, screw that guy. Meaning me. Screw that guy real hard.
Off you go.
16 turn clock. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh. Well, Lily, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to miss you. Yep.
I'll be back with friends.
Yeah, take the one, damn it. Exactly. Go ahead and... It's so funny. Overlord of the Balemurk kind of sucks because the mill doesn't do anything for us. But at the same time, it's also a 5-power creature. But I think I'm just going to take the land. Yeah. It's hoping for like a Cruelty of Gix or something. That would have been fun, but alas. Okay. So, Lazy Comrade, to keep Collector's Vault in every Reanimator deck. Card seems, Yeah, no, I get that. And it's a great card. I like Collector's Vault very much. This particular deck is trying to be low to the ground to the point where Collector's Vault kind of doesn't really fit in the curve I'm trying to create. But I do like it. It's a good card. Okay. That will work. I'm definitely going to destroy a particular enchantment and gain 4 life. Ding ding. Ah. Alright, and they discarded one earlier and exiled one off of the Percussionist. So there's a decent chance they don't have another one, but at this point, who knows? Nowhere to run. That's pretty fantastic here. Yep. So yeah, I just have to mark everything in with their face. Indeed. Yeah, so the reason they do that is there's some kind of like gland right in the side of their mouth and it leaves a little scent behind. So that's their way, you know, like a cat rubbing you with their face like that is kind of the equivalent of a dog pissing on you. It's them saying, you're mine now. And it's adorable. I'm a big fan. Well, and my cat I know has, you know, whenever I take her to the vet, she, it's not uncommon for her to have like gum, like a little bit of gum irritation back there. So I think it's also scratching. That is another thing she does, which is why she'll go after the edge of my glasses really fierce. So it's not uncommon for me to just be like sitting on the couch, like reading something, and for her to come up and just like hit the side of my glasses so much that they'll actually bend off my face. Happens relatively frequently. This is a really gumpy use of this, but doggone it, I'm I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a 3/3 down to tangle with these bodies and blow up the forge. The forge is just giving them a ton of material. I need to get rid of it. Okay. I need that in my graveyard anyway, so get it discarded. Okay. Yeah, you got it, Doug. Get wrecked. All right. Just look at your face. Christic, that sounds, yeah, it sounds like a cat, all right. I definitely believe it. So we have 5 lands here. They're going to sacrifice 1. I'm going to decline this. Oh, come on. Top decks, work with me here. Not what I want to see. I needed to find, my thought with making sure that we keep 5 lands is if we draw into a Cruelty of Gix, that could spin into Val. And that'd be pretty great. So at this point, I just need to find, okay. I need to find a reanimation spell. It's really that simple. And if we don't, actually, even if I do at this point, I think I'm boned. Yeah, see, there's a reanimation spell. The problem is when the Viper swings, I'm gonna lose 8 life if I don't sacrifice Val. So the attack trigger here still gets me. But maybe they don't see it. And maybe they are afraid and don't swing. If they swing here, I'm dead. Nowhere to run, sure. That's irrelevant, but sure. Yeah. I mean, okay. That was all unnecessary, but I can see why they wanted to guarantee it. So, all right, sure. Yeah, I was literally dead on the trigger. I couldn't have blocked or anything. So, yep. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video, and I want to give a huge shout out and huge thank you to the patrons who make shows like this possible. Angry Jellyfish, Dave E, Hal, Carl, Levi Grattan, Netsash, and Big Mamu, and Vance. Thank you so much. Your generosity it makes a huge difference, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, everybody out there, if you want to join these beautiful folks and have your name listed off here at the end of these videos, as well as the starting soon and be right back screens of my live streams over on Twitch, you can do that over at patreon.com/hamhocks42. Every little bit helps tremendously. Thank you. I'll catch you on the next one.